Hello, my name is Emmanuel Ajiman. Quickly, I want to walk you through and show you how Plaxx Invoicing System works. So as you can see, this is the dashboard. This is how the dashboard looks like. On my left, we have contract expiries. So if your business entails contracts, then when preparing invoices, you can set the expiry date of that invoice, and when the date is due, the system will display this alert on your left, and with this alert you can send an SMS to the client, inform him or her that his contract or invoice is due to expire, something like that. Or you can preview the exact invoice and know the amount or whatever details that invoice entails. You can preview the invoice by clicking on the PDF button, and it will display as PDF. So this is the details of the PDF. This is my custom invoice. So it has my company name, logo, and blah blah blah, all the details of the client and things like that. So that is it. Okay. In the middle we have the history box. It displays all activities that goes on or takes place on the app. So for instance, I added payment, I added invoice, I logged in, the time you logged in, and those kind of details. Everything will be displayed at the history section. On my right, we have this is not necessarily for chatting, but to track users who are online, and those who are using it and those who are not using it. On my right, we have customers who owe money. So the system has a way of filtering customers who owe. Do you understand? So you can easily target them, call them, and then request for your balance. For instance, this customer paid this amount, and this is the amount he is owing. So your accountant or secretary can easily call him and remind him. And also customers who are doing well, the 10 top customers by sales. So if you want to reward your customers, the system has a way of helping you to do that. Also for backup, you can manual backup, and then when you backup, your backup will go to this email. If you go to settings, you specify a backup email, so all backups will go to your backup email. Also, the system provides automatic backup, where every 3 days the system by itself backs up your application. And the customer, we have customer center. If you go to customer center, that's where you find a list of all your customers. So assuming I want to preview a particular customer, I click on the customer name and its details will appear. So if you want to preview a customer, you click on the customer name, the customer details will appear. So all his performance, all his invoices, all his receipts will appear. For this particular customer, we only have one invoice, and we can easily preview it. This is how the invoice this is how the invoice looks like. And also we have receipt. To understand, we can also preview the receipt. So quickly, let me create an invoice so you see how it works. So if it's a new customer, then you can create a new account for the customer by clicking on add new customer, and then you enter the details over here. But if it's an already existing customer, you can click on the customer name, and then for those of you who might be using accounting features, you can create a new account for this particular customer. So for the accountants, you can add accountant, that is account receivable for this particular customer. And so I added a new account which is business for this transaction for this particular customer. So that's the customer name, and that's the account for the customer. And also, but if you don't have an accountant, there's no need using that feature. We can easily remove it. Do you understand? So what is this invoice about? It's about website. So I type websites. It's not always the case you should use websites. You have to know the service you are using the system for. So in my case, I'm using it for a website business. So these are my services. So assuming the client wants these two products, I choose them and check the moment as I choose the services, the system automatically adds everything up. We can add VAT. So if I want to add VAT, I don't know if I add 18, represent the 18%. Okay, so that is it. 18% out of this total, it will give us 6. So in order, that is it. And I can go ahead and save. So the moment you save, you have 3 options. You can send it by email. If you attach an email to the account, then definitely you can save it. If you want to print it, you can also print it out this way. Okay, what if we want to create a receipt for this particular customer? I go to enter sales receipt, and it brings me to the receipt page, and then I choose the customer in question, which is LP, and then I choose the date, and also I can choose the exact invoice because he might have numerous invoices. So which invoice is he ready to pay? Assuming he wants to pay this invoice. So I choose, the moment I choose, it brings out the arrears, how much he or she is owing, and then the payment type. Let's assume he's paying by cash, and then the payment out of the 202, how much is he paying? Let's say he's paying everything, so then balance is 0. Now I can go ahead and save. The moment I save, he or she will receive an alert of the amount he's paid and the remaining balance. We can preview it by PDF by clicking on the PDF. So this is how the receipt looks like, the amount he paid and the balance due, blah blah blah. So that is it. Okay, so we have the leads for so when you come across a lead, a potential client on Facebook or Gmail, and you want to add that client to your leads, you can add it here. Then later you can call the client and introduce your business to that client, things like that. We also have reports, so for the accountant, banking, vendors, company, and also more. If you want to add bulk SMS, if you want to send bulk SMS, this is where you can send bulk SMS. If you want to send emails, this is where you can send all emails. Also, you can add your services. So if you have services you want to add or products you want to add, this is where you add your services or your products. These are the categories. And also employees, this is where you add new users, and you can add new users, edit those users, assign pages. Which pages do you want them to be able to visit? So basically, this is how the system looks like, and it's good for every business. Once you issue receipts and invoices, definitely this is the application or software for you. You can use it offline or online for all your business transactions, for all your business transactions. So if you don't want the marketing side or the accounting side, we can remove those features, so they use the basic ones. So basically that is it, and yeah, that is it. Thank you very much, and I hope we'll hear from you soon for a copy of our invoicing copy of our invoicing system. Okay, so that's the note. So you can send note among yourself.